Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for this creative yoga flow. So today we're going to be doing some dynamic and creative transitions throughout this flow. I do suggest that this practice would be suitable for someone who already kind of has some sort of existing yoga practice. All the transitions and different options there are of course kind of invitations to move in a certain way, but if it doesn't feel right in your body then you don't have to take it. So always adapting the class, making it something that works for you and making it something that you need today. So we will be stretching, strengthening and kind of connecting up with that mind-body awareness today. So when you're ready, please do come down to a kneeling position. If kneeling really isn't comfortable for you, you can take a alternative seated position instead. So take your hands to your thighs with the palms facing down, and we're going to close down the eyes or soften your gaze. Start to take a deep breath in through the nose. Imagine that breath traveling down into the belly. And as you exhale, really emptying out that breath as fully as you can. And start to notice the quality of your breath and how it moves in your body. Seeing if you can soften the shoulders. Imagine the shoulder blades running down your back. Relaxing the face and the jaw. It's really settling into your space. Noticing how you're feeling today. Having some gratitude towards yourself showing up on your mat. An option to set any intentions here for the practice. So it could be something personal to you. Or it could be something as simple as trying to be as present in the moment in your body as you can during your practice today. Let's take one more deep breath here, breathing in through the nose, down into the belly, imagining the belly expanding with your inhale. And drawing back in with the exhale. Opening the eyes back up now if you had them closed. Take an inhale and reach your fingertips up like you're taking a big stretch. And float the arms out to the side. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, float the arms down. This time on the inhale, as you reach the fingertips up, come up into a high kneeling position. Float the arms out to the side. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, float back down. So 2 more of these. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, reaching the arms out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming back down. Last one, inhale, reaching up, exhale, floating out to the side. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, floating down. Nice. Take a couple of shoulder rolls here. Bring the right fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips up. Exhale, floating over to the right. And then taking it over to the other side, taking that stretch. This time, as the right hand comes down, option to lift the hips as you stretch over. Notice how that feels, if that changes any sensations in the body. So lifting the hips up as you take the side bend. So once more on each side. Maybe lifting the hips away from the heels as you stretch over. Beautiful. And then bring your hands down to the mat so that you're in all fours. start to move through some cat and cow movements. So maybe kind of moving in a circular movement here with your cat and cow. So it doesn't have to be kind of traditional cat and cow. You can move through that if that feels good for you. Or maybe kind of imagining that you're surrounded by a big bubble here and you're trying to get the body to touch the top of the bubble, the side, the bottom. So really moving into the side body as well as the front of the body and the back of the body. Moving the head as well. Maybe the head takes some circles here. Start to notice and be aware of how the body feels, any areas of tightness or restriction or areas that feel nice and relaxed or open. And just to observe, so we're not labeling anything or judging anything. Just bring awareness into the body as we move. And take one more breath with these movements. Come back to neutral and take your right leg out behind, so lengthening it out. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards the nose. From here, with this right knee drawn in, see if you can hook your right leg over the left. Let your feet open out to the side so there's space to sit the hips back so you're in a Gomukhasana position. You could always put blocks under the hips here. Inhale here. As you exhale, walk the fingertips forwards, coming into a fold. 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift the chest, create space. Exhale, flow into your fold. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, softening. Now we're going to come forward, so walking the hands forwards back into your all fours position with the legs crossed over. And then lifting this right knee, so right knee's tucking in towards the nose. And then reach the right leg back out behind. So back to where we started. Well done. Bring your right leg back down to the mat. Don't worry if you're moving around in a way that's slightly different from how I am with this. Make this practice yours. Take what you need, leave anything that you don't need. So left leg's reaching out behind. It could be that you're wanting to stay here and taking your breaths here today. Or as you exhale, we're going to draw the left knee in towards the nose. Maybe the knee and the nose meet, maybe they don't. Hook your left leg over the right. Let the feet open out to give you some space and walk the hands back. Sit your hips back either onto blocks or to your mat. So you're in Gomukhasana position with the legs. Inhale, create some space. As you exhale, we fold forwards. Imagine hinging from the hips. 2 breaths here. Option to undulate with the breath. So inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting through the chest. And exhale, folding. And then walking the hands back out. So we're making our way back to all fours with the legs crossed. Then the left leg lifts. So imagine drawing that left knee back in towards the nose. And then reaching it out behind. Bring the left leg back into center. Well done. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, float the hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Start to take any movements here in your downward making. And your downward facing dog. Just created a new yoga move. Downward making dog. So pedaling out through the feet maybe, taking any little wiggles that feel good. Might be your first downward facing dog of the day. So really focusing on getting that lift with the hips up towards the ceiling. Feeling into your body. So when we move with awareness, that's how we can allow this to be an embodied movement practice. Moving the body with that awareness in a way that feels natural, that feels nourishing. So on your next inhale, we're going to lift this right leg away from the mat, so taking a 3-leg dog. And then draw your right knee in towards the nose. Hook your right leg over the left, but this time we're coming into more of an eagle rather than a Gomukhasana. So again, your leg could be just hooking over once, maybe it's taking the full kind of eagle wrap around the leg. There's no right or wrong here, just take what feels right in your body. Really press the mat away with your hands. Release and unhook your right leg and see if you can send that right leg back to your 3-leg dog. And bring it back down to the mat. Nice. Take a releasing breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. On your next inhale, sweep the left leg up, find 3-leg dog. Exhale, draw the left knee to the nose. Hook the left leg over the right, find eagle with the legs. Really press the mat away with your hands. Unhook and unravel the left leg, float it back to your 3-leg dog. And bring it back down so you're in your downward facing dog. Feeling that energy, everything's waking up. Inhale, look between your hands. Step, walk, jump, float to the front of your mat. And then inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, come to your halfway lift. As you exhale, fold forwards. Bend the legs as much as you need to. Nice kind of bouncy legs here. So as you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forwards. So go with your own breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. 2 more. Inhale, create space. Exhale, move into that space. Last one. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding. And then on your next exhale, peel the body up with a rounded spine. As the chest lifts, inhale, flow the arms out to the side, reach them up. And exhale, hands come through to heart center. Place one hand over the top of the other on the chest. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. And take a moment to reconnect. Scanning into your inner space. Notice whatever you notice. So being present with yourself, being in your body, inhabiting your body as fully as you can. Maybe you can feel the connection between your hands and your chest and your heart. Maybe feeling your heartbeat. Noticing any warmth. How this part of the body feels. And opening the eyes back up if you had them closed. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Lift your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Halfway lift. And exhale, float the hands down to the mat. Step, float, jump back to plank. Flow through your version of vinyasa. So inhaling into an upward dog or a cobra. And exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, find 3-leg dog. Exhale, draw your right knee to the nose. Wrap the right leg around the left leg, find that eagle kind of downward facing dog position. And then unravel the right leg, send it back out to three-leg dog. Beautiful, well done. Inhale, look between the hands, float the right foot through, drop the back knee, find your low lunge, sweep the fingertips up, heart lifting up towards the ceiling. Either using your hands on blocks or the ground for support, or keep them lifted, tuck under the back toes, come up to a high lunge. Again, heart's lifting, maybe even sending the gaze up towards the ceiling. Now grounding into that front foot. Come into your warrior three. See how it feels to float the fingertips out behind. And then begin to lift your chest. Try and keep that back leg hovering off the ground if you can. No worries if that's not what happens. And bring that left leg through and hook it over the right leg, and we're going to find our eagle balance here. So left leg hooks over the right, and then we've got the right arm hooking over the left for the eagle arms. Modify, take different variations here if you need to. So sitting the hips down, reaching the fingertips upwards, chest is lifted, breathing. Well done. Stay with the breath, stay with your awareness. And begin to unravel. Reach that left leg out behind and see if you can float your right fingertips down to a block or the mat and find Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Maybe that left leg bends and you can catch the foot with the hand. Just an option. And start to release. Take a big step back. And we'll meet in plank position. Flow through your version of vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. Always an option for a child's pose at any time. On your next inhale, sweep the left leg up, find three-leg dog. Draw the left knee towards the nose. Hook the left leg around the right leg, find your downward facing dog eagle position. Take a breath here. And then unravel the left leg, send it back to your three-leg dog. Inhale, look between the hands, step the left foot through, drop your back knee to find a low lunge, reach the fingertips up. Heart's lifting, gaze is coming towards the ceiling. Breathing here. And tucking under the back toes. Again, use the hands for support here if that feels right in your body. Power through that back leg. Come up into a high lunge. Grounding into your front foot, we'll lift the back leg. Float into warrior three. Make it your version of warrior three, wherever that needs to be today. Hands could be on blocks. I trust you to support yourself in your practice. And start to lift the chest. See if you can keep this leg hovering away from the ground, and we're going to wrap the right leg around the left and sit down into eagle. So right leg's over the left arm comes over the right, finding your eagle arm, sitting the hips down, lifting the chest, reaching up with the fingertips, finding your breath. Beautiful, everything really strong, kind of like inner line of energy here in your eagle. Really grounding pose. Start to release, add in any little extra steps here, and then we're going to float the right leg back and start to bring the left hand down to either a block or the mat. Find Ardha Chandrasana. So option to bend that top leg, maybe the hand finds the foot. It's not going to feel right for everyone, or it might not be a day where you want to be taking that option. So really tuning in, listening to that. Huge part of this practice is learning where your edges are and learning when you need to honor and listen to your body and what it needs on that day. So releasing the leg. If you had the hand taking the foot, take that big step back to plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling upward facing dog or cobra. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. So from here, a couple of different options. Either you can stay and take some breaths here in your downward facing dog, or you're going to come down and rest in a child's pose. Or if you're feeling spicy, you're going to come onto the forearms, so finding turbo dog. Is it turbo dog? Dolphin. So either working in your dolphin or maybe lifting one leg, and then the other. If it's in your practice, you can take your Pincha Mayurasana. Or if there's another inversion that's calling for you today, you can take that. Making your way, when you're ready, back to a downward facing dog to meet there. Or if you're in your child's pose and you're feeling for that, then staying there for a couple more breaths. If you're back in your downward facing dog, we're going to drop the knees. You're going to shift the shoulders forwards to come into a plank position. Option to take a final vinyasa here. So inhaling into upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling back to another downward facing dog. And then dropping the knees down to the mat. And then we're going to come back to this sequence from the beginning of the practice, so reaching the right leg out behind. And then exhale, draw the right knee in towards the nose. So you're rounding the spine, really press the mat away with your hands. Hook your right leg around the left. Open the feet out to the side. And you could be sitting the hips back here, taking a nice stretch here. You don't have to come all the way back. If you wish to, you can come all the way back to your Gomukhasana. This time in Gomukhasana, we're going to reach the fingertips up and then send this left arm down the back of the body, and the right hand can either come to the elbow or it's going to come behind. Maybe the fingertips meet, maybe you're using a strap here. Breathing. Just think about the crown of the head reaching tall. Really noticing the muscles in the shoulders, the arms, the hip space. Imagine that you're scanning into the body with your awareness, noticing not just the muscles, but all the different layers, the tissue, the cells, the bones, the joints. Observing all of it, experiencing everything that's alive for you right now. Well done. And releasing the arms. Take the left hand to the outside of the right leg and the right hand out behind. Inhale, create some space, and as you exhale, twisting to the right. On the inhale, imagine creating space in the body, and on your exhale, softening. One more breath here. Unraveling from your twist, come out as you came in. So make your way back to all fours. Lift this right knee away from the mat, knee to nose. Reach it back out behind. And then bring it back into center. Well done. Other side. So left leg's reaching out behind. Exhale, draw the left knee to the nose. Wrap your left leg around the right leg. Open the feet out to the side. Either could take a stretch, sitting the hips back here, or maybe the hips come back to blocks or all the way back to find Gomukhasana. Reaching the arms up. Take your version of your Gomukhasana arms. So this time we've got the right hand reaching down the back and the left arm maybe comes around the back of the body. Maybe the fingertips find each other here. Taking a few breaths. Imagine the crown of the head reaching upwards. Taking a moment to really be aware of your body, your breath. Maybe any thoughts passing through. Noticing any sensations, feelings. And then releasing the arms, coming to our twist. So the left arm can come to the outside of that the right arm comes to the outside of the left thigh. We're all twizzled up like a pretzel here. So right arm comes to the outside of the left thigh, left hand comes out behind. Inhale, create space. Exhale, twist to the left. Setting the gaze over the left shoulder in that direction. And as you twist here, we're really working with these two kind of forces, if you like. So on your inhale, it's that sense of drawing energy into the body and growing the spine tall in your twist. And on the exhale, it's that sense of surrender, letting go, softening. So really needing both. And as we focus on this, hopefully allowing us to breathe nice and deeply. One more breath here. And then unraveling will come out as we came in. So walk the hands forwards, back to all fours. See if you can draw the left knee back in towards the nose. And then reach the left leg out behind. Bring the left leg back into center. Well done. Exhale, sit the hips down towards the heels. Take a well-deserved child's pose. Allow the head to melt down towards the mat. Close the eyes or soften your gaze. Imagine breathing into the back of the body, the sides. And on your exhale, emptying out any tension or stress or anything that you don't want to bring with you into the rest of the day. Putting that down, releasing that into the ground as you breathe out. Notice whatever you notice. Staying here for as long as you wish to. If you are ready to come towards the end of the practice, so opening the eyes back up, walking the hands back in, so you're back in your kneeling position, coming full circle to where we started the class. Bringing the hands to the thighs, palms facing down as a gesture of grounding. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Sigh out. When you're ready, coming back into your space, opening the eyes back up. Thank you so much for joining me for that creative and hopefully fun yoga practice. Do comment and feedback to me on how you got on with that flow, and do subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and thank you so much for joining me for these flows. Feel free to tag me on Instagram or TikTok if you're on any of those. I love to see how you're getting on, and yeah, I can't wait to practice with you again really, really soon. Take care. Bye bye.